We're going to the stadium, guys. Unless I get distracted by shinies along the way. Which, let's face it, is a total possibility. Do you not have a handler? You just sort of go on your own? Interesting. Sorry, I just want the teleport waypoint and I'll go back down. What do you mean up? How far up is up? Manchu! Did you find something? Manchu is stuck on a piece of rope. You're not... Bruh, I'm talking to Manchu, not you. Nagahwe. Hello, friend. Where are you off to then? Need some help with directions? No, I'm pretty good, but anything you know nearby? If you head west along this main road by the edge, you'll end up at the Stadium of the Sacred Fire. Yeah, I know. People go there to either watch or take part in the pilgrimage of the return of the Sacred Flame, as well as do a bit of business on the side. You have something I want, I have something you want, type of thing. If you came over from the east, you've probably already run into the Children of Echoes. Did you buy any gemstones while you were there? If you go south from here, you reach the edge of a great cliff where you can test your bravery against that lot from the Scions of the Canopy. Each of their hobbies seems to be more dangerous than the last. And then, if you keep heading to the place where there's water, you'll reach my home, the people of the springs. If you're tired from the journey, you can gaze out to sea or take a bath in the hot springs. Manchu! You got stuck. Now you're not moving or reloading and I can't speak to you. Bro, hold up. Let me get this and then reload. Maybe relogging will fix Manchu. There you are. Okay, so let's just jump back down on the other side of Manchu so he doesn't get stuck on that bloody piece of rope again. This is assuming he does have something to actually say to me. Manchu? He's just full on not here? Was he not meant to be here? I think I've broken him. What? Manchu? Let me go down the road and come back. I think I broke him. I broke Manchu. Manchu just doesn't exist anymore. I hope that doesn't break anything. I hope his quest still goes smoothly. Okay, so you guys are essentially using the sacred flame as a hot air balloon to keep all of this aloft. Interesting. Yeah. Just the guy? Yeah. How odd. Is it a time of day thing, maybe? Maybe he only appears like in the daytime? I don't think that's the case, but it's kind of weird that he was there and then he's not. You know? Nope. Well, I have no other suggestions. Hello. Couldn't be a different element, could you? You're exactly the same. Same as your friend was. And your friend before that.
Grow! The Temple of Wisdom!
Flee! Grant us your blessing!
Positions! The show begin!
Do your worst!
With all my strength! Wow, what a lovely surprise!
Okay, we're on the right road. Continue heading to the Stadium of Sacred Flame. I'm working on it. Oh, flame there. Flame there, flame there. No flame here if there is. I'm not seeing it. Why don't you have any flame, good sir? Alright, grand entrance. No pyroculus at the top of the stadium. Game would totally do something like that.
We made it!
It only took me a few hours.
I'm supposed to meet some friends here, but... I don't see them anywhere. Maybe they're not here yet.
You should just enroll your team, though, as yourself before the applications close.
Open your eyes, Slowpoke! Ugh, we've been here this entire time. I've already lost track of how long you've kept us waiting.
Yeah, I knew that would be a stupid facility in this game, and it's just as stupid as I anticipated.
Listen here, you. It's not just Kanish and Moalani's time you're wasting, but mine, too! Mine! What the heck? That's a strange-looking Saurian. Or, wait, is it even a Saurian?
Take it down a notch, all right? You don't even know some of these people.
Right?
Just because Kachina's too nice to get mad at you doesn't give you an excuse to be rude to her.
Yeah!
And what are you gonna do about it? You think you're the boss of... Hey! Oh, what do you think you're doing?
Very annoying voice acting. Could we have not gotten a better voice?
All right, I've put him in a timeout for now. Sorry about that.
Aw, you didn't have to do that. Hal just doesn't have much of a filter, that's all.
Oops, sorry.
He got what he deserved. Let's just hope the lesson sticks this time.
I highly doubt it will.
Moalani, there you are.
Looks like you made some new friends. And here I was worried you ran into trouble on your way here.
Hello, Paimon's Paimon.
I'm Lunara, a traveler. I'm here to win it, even though I'm not allowed to enter.
A traveler, you say? You came at the perfect time. The pilgrimage is a sight to behold this time of year.
I don't see your teammates with you, Kachina. Where are they?
Oh, they went to join teams with a better chance at winning.
So you're saying you've been ditched? Again. That might give them an advantage during the team stage, but it all comes down to individual strength sooner or later.
Yeah, well, I couldn't even promise them we would make it through the team stage.
I like his hair.
The outcome of the team stage usually depends on the ancient name bearer, after all.
Hey now. There's not a single person here that can promise their team victory. You're putting too much pressure on yourself. Besides, you're not lacking in strength at all. You just need a bit more confidence. You were only 3 victories short of reaching the Night Warden Wars last time.
I like this. That her two friends from the other tribes are, hyping her up, trying to keep her going and, optimistic despite everything. This is nice. It's sweet.
Wait, so if the pilgrimage is like a national sporting competition, then what are the Night Warden Wars?
Finally, someone asked the right question.
The former is a battle of skill. The latter is a real war.
Against what? The Abyss? Probably is the Abyss. Didn't they say there was some dispute with them?
A war against our eternal enemy, the Abyss.
Sorry, drinking. Can't multitask with that hand.
So they're here too.
Where's the entrance to the Abyss in that land?
Well, wait a second. You're saying the prize for winning the pilgrimage is the chance to go to war?
That's not too far off. That's why it's called the Night Warden Wars.
Why doesn't everybody who can fight just go and get the problem solved? Why do it piecemeal?
The pilgrimage chooses the strongest warriors among the tribes, and those warriors fight to repel the abyss in defense of our homeland.
And what dictates the start and end of a war? Because didn't you say that one of the not you guys, the game said that one of the previous victors of the pilgrimage fought in something like 27 Night Warden Wars? It was something like that, right? So then how exactly do you define the beginning and end of a war that he fought in 27 distinct ones of it? I would have just called that one big massive war, quite frankly, over the span of his lifetime. But,
Their names and deeds are then recorded in epic tales passed down over time. That is the highest honor you can achieve in Natlan.
Isn't it dangerous, though?
Yes, but that's the nature of war. Danger comes with the territory. Resisting the abyss is our duty. But we're not alone in this fight. We also have the blessing of our Archon, which allows for our safe return.
Is that why you only send a few people at a time? Because when they die, they just come back to life? I still would think you'd want to throw as many people at it as possible to get it over and done with.
It's something we call the Ode of Resurrection, which does exactly what it sounds like, basically. Resurrect people, you mean? Yep, so it's not so scary, really. Our Archon's blessing gives us the courage to keep moving forward.
Let's go register. We don't have much time.
Wait, what about you, Kachina? You're not really planning on competing solo, are you?
I mean, what other recourse does she have? She has an ancient name. She has to participate.
We really wish we could help, but we're not from here, so it doesn't seem like we can take part.
There's no threshold to the number of participants. With the sheer number of teams, it's practically guaranteed chaos. No matter how strong or experienced the warrior, victory is never assured. In a situation like that, it's always better to have someone to watch your back.
Oh, how about this? When we register, why don't we ask if these two can have special permission to participate?
But why would they agree? If it's against your tradition and culture, why would they agree?
Odds are the answer will be no, so if that doesn't work, well... I only have a few teammates this time. If someone else could take them, then...
You're not asking me to lead your team, are you?
Look at you, mind reader. So, what do you say? With how strong you are, it would practically be an upgrade for my teammates.
Fine by me, but doesn't that leave you and Kachina as a team of two?
There's a world of difference between that and flying solo. Besides, we're a formidable duo.
Why don't ancient name bearers just team up together? I know they said that ancient name bearers are supposed to be the leaders of each team. But why can't these three name bearers just join up together and form a team? Because in the end of the day, the second round is a free-for-all anyway. So then they can each have the opportunity to get victory and glory individually. Why don't they just do that so that they're guaranteed to get through the first stage to the second stage?
I bet our new friends here will agree that two's always better than one, right?
Oh, you mean us?
I mean, sure, unless you count Paimon as the two, in which case, nope, better to go solo. Things are definitely less lonely with Paimon around. It's not...
You're right. Two is definitely better than one.
It's just like the old saying we have here in Natlan. No one fights alone.
But what if I drag you down?
Listen to yourself. You'd be hard-pressed to find someone in Natlan who can beat us when we're together.
Hearing you say that does make me feel a little more confident. Still, teams rarely contain more than
But
one
why
ancient
not?
name bearer. People are definitely gonna think of us as cowards.
Oh man, it's a surefire way of getting to the second round. It's called working smarter, not harder.
The rules don't forbid it, so who cares what
So
they
why
think?
does nobody do it? It seems like the smartest way to get to the second round with minimal effort. Why would you want to struggle the first round when the second round's where the difficulty really begins? I'd rather just play it safe.
It's not like they left us any other option.
Well, I'll leave you to break the news to your soon-to-be former teammates. I'm not good at stuff like that.
Oh, I know. They deserve to hear it from me anyway. Just give me a second, you guys. We can go sign up together once I'm done.
Let me go see Catherine. Catherine. She's here somewhere. She was on the north side, wasn't she? Yeah. Wait, there's a downstairs? Oh no. Wait, is this just inside? Not technically downstairs? I think it's just technically inside. Yagbo. Hello? Hello. Sorry for bothering you. No, you are. Huh. Generally speaking, people don't really come over and talk to lone members of the Flower Feather clan. Will something bad happen if someone does? No, not really. As long as you don't hear me whistle, it means everything around us is normal. Just go about doing what you need to get done. I guess that's the... Did you say clan? Clan, yeah. Maybe that's one of the tribes. So that's where the really cool looking hatted lady comes from. I have no idea what her name is. Ah. Got some banners up. Ezana. That is an interesting hat you have on you. Okay. I like what you're wearing. Welcome. What is this place? Here we sell masks in the styles of all the different tribes. Let me know if you see anything you like the look of. In the extremely unlikely event that none of our pre-made masks take your fancy, we also have materials for you to make your own. Well, that's just not going to end well, is it? If you make one yourself, you'll only be charged the cost of the materials. When do you usually wear a mask? You can wear a mask whenever you feel like it, but normally you'll see more people wearing them on holidays. Also, when there's a competition, many people wear the masks of the tribe they support as a way of cheering on their warriors. But normally, you can just wear it as a fancy accessory. Hold up, that was the second question, or the second part to that. I'd like a flying lavender melon mask then. Huh? What's that? Do down here first. Mawe and Manatu. Oh boy, it's a pool. Okay, we do have to go up. Namaka. Hello there. This pool has been specially set up for Colosaurus, and so the water might be a bit hot for humans. Thanks for the reminder. Don't worry about it. Actually, it's not that humans aren't allowed in it at all. After all, it's an artificial hot spring, and it won't burn you to a crisp like a natural one would. But as you can see, there's not much space around here, and building a hot spring somewhere far away from a natural water source is quite a hassle. So we've all come to a tacit agreement to give the Saurians a bit of space. They enjoy rolling around and resting here, plus they're not running around fighting or causing havoc. Would you like to hang out with them? You're free to do so, but I wouldn't recommend getting in any water fights, and you mustn't cause a nuisance for anybody else nearby. I like what you're wearing too. Is it the exact same but just a different design? No, your armpits are different. I like your outfit. Okay, up you say. Good grief! I thought we were going to go inwards. I wasn't expecting to get smacked by them. Holy shit. Etua. Welcome, care to peruse our goods? What's the stuff you sell here? They are the fruits of adventure, trophies of the pioneering spirit. Oh, I like your necklace, amulet-looking thingy. Some of the trinkets I picked up myself, while others were given to me. As for what do you buy? Well, that's up to you. Of course, if you've got your eye on anything in particular, you can pay a deposit first, then take it over to the Saurian Relics Association for appraisal before you decide whether or not you want to buy it. But as for how professional their opinion could be, well, that's hard to say. If you ask me, you'd be better off listening to a few more of my stories. Is it really alright if I don't buy anything? Of course, no problem at all. After all, what better advertisement could I ask for than having people being willing to hang around in front of my stall? That's actually a very good point. People usually are attracted to crowds because it usually means the product is good and desirable. Thanks to this, I've also met quite a few colourful characters. I remember one cool customer from Fontaine who wore sunglasses and a little anchor on his hat. He left quite the impression. He didn't say much, but he was very curious about Netland's ancient names. He listened to me rabbit on about them for quite some time. I'm sorry to say that I've completely forgotten everything I said there. Perhaps some of it wasn't particularly accurate either. What do you actually sell, though? My dear customer, when it comes to the things we sell here, the older the better. Oh, wow, green artifacts? Jesus, that's worth it. Although I could buy a bajillion of them with my Mora and use them as fodder. Simply. Next time, I'll grow the biggest one ever. Bigger than all the ones I've grown before. Bigger what's exactly? Grapefruit, tomatoes, sunsettias, onions. Why are they capitalized? Sir, that's not how English works. You name it, we grow it. Did you know that I'm currently the producer of Natlan's biggest grain fruit? But I haven't reached my limit yet, not by a long shot. I'm certain that my land has far more potential. I've decided that once I've grown even bigger fruits, I'll display them in Yantasar's store for all to see. As people taste the delicious drinks she makes from the fruit and veg I grow, they'll be able to see how big and beautiful they are with their own two eyes. Then my store's reputation will start booming too. Ha ha! You seem very confident, sir. Of course, but it's not just down to my efforts alone. Our collective of plenty is situated right by a volcano, where the soil was already rich and fertile to begin with. And cultivating the land like this is much easier thanks to the fact that we can draw upon the awesome power of the Tatankasaurs. Are you a tribe I don't have yet on my map? Does that mean that the volcano's not on my map yet? I've unlocked my entire map. The volcano isn't on my map. I had a feeling it wasn't, but I was still trying to be optimistic. So I can't even complete Manchu's plot anyway. Not that I have a quest, but I can't do it because I can't get to the volcano just yet. Huh. Interesting. Okay, so Tatankasaurs, whatever they are your... I was going to call it your dinosaur. Your saurian of choice. Where's the fruit vegetables? We're growing a collective of plenty of the best in the whole of that land. I wasn't just bragging. That's something everyone knows. I don't believe it. Haha, is that an attempt to goad me? It most certainly is. Oh, nice dragon fruit you got down here. It's fine. Every first-time customer here receives a great dragon fruit, by the way. The most bland and flavorless fruit ever known to mankind. Regardless of whether they buy something or not. Once you've had some, you'll know I speak only the truth. You gonna make grain fruit?
The biggest one.
Yeah. Okay, so he doesn't just sell fruit and veg. He's got a mushroom and a flower and a plant and potatoes. Thank you very much. Sipak, owner, Zakan Street Bites. Nice. I was going to call it a hoodie, but it's not. Yes, yeah, I think it's technically a hoodie. Hard to tell on this angle. It could also just be a raised neckline. Hello there. Looking for something to eat? You can grab a bite to have while you stroll through the market, or take it with you to watch a match. It's completely up to you. How's business been? Not bad, but not the best. After all, there's no matches on right this moment. Of course, we're busiest during the pilgrimage of the return of the Sacred Flame, when everyone rushes over to the stadium with a snack or drink in hand. And if you get hungry while you're watching a match, go find that young man, Agamo. Why? He's from the signs of the canopy about this tall. That tall? Looks like a child. Speaking of which, where's he gotten off to now? Anyway, he's cooking his feet, that one. Whatever you want, he'll bring you it exactly how it's meant to taste, be it piping hot or ice cold. Okay, well, yay. Here's the menu. Recipe. Grain fruit chips. Grain fruit in a chip. That does not sound right at all. Fried shrimp bean balls. Ugh, looks terrible. Saurus crackers. Is it full of sugar? Light, crispy, sweet, and fragrant. Doesn't really tell me what's in them, and I can't get the recipe to make them. Munza. Hello, and welcome to the Natlan branch of the Adventurers Guild. Hi. Nice to meet you. I'm the local branch master. I actually didn't look at the last word. I just know that it started with M. Good member. If you're new to Natlan, I recommend that you find yourself a local guide or someone who knows the lay of the land before setting out. Could I just look for you? In theory, of course, but most of the time I have to stay here to help adventurers who come for advice. There's no doubt that Mrs. Catherine is extremely reliable, but when it comes to all things Natlan, no one's more knowledgeable than us natives. And in terms of their abilities, the Science of the Canopy or the People of the Springs would make even better tour guides than I would. As for me, well, if you like, I can tell you your fortune before you set off, I suppose. Hardly seems relevant, sir. Catherine!
Ad Astra
I found you.
Abyssosque. Welcome to the Adventurers
It's not cool when you don't pretend like you know me. There we go. Hey, Catherine. Great to see you here. I am Catherine, the receptionist of the Adventurers Guild. My job is to provide the adventurers with quest and intelligence support. Natlan is a nation full of opportunity, so make the most of it while you're here. How so? Where there's conflict, there's opportunity. And for someone who's always ready to join the action, this place is a year-round invitation. In more concrete terms, there are ruins to be explored all over Natlan, and warriors all across the land are in a constant battle against the forces of the Abyss. In short, an adventurer's paradise. Interesting. We finally met her. Hello. What is it? Oh, invisible wall. What did you sell?
If you don't keep your voice down.
I have several suggestions. None of them are appropriate. The top ones look like spray cans, though, actually. Bonema? Shh! You have to keep your voice down here. If there's anything you want to buy, just go ahead and take it. Then leave the money to one side. What sort of effect would there be if I speak too loud? That's a very good question. Many people overlook environmental factors when they're making things, so the fact that you even thought of asking shows that you're well ahead of the game. They all know that the amount of spinel fruit powder you put in changes a potion's effect, and that drawing a talisman with an extra line can end up producing a completely different result. So why don't they seem to understand that sound too can have an effect when crafting materials? I get where you're coming from, but our surroundings aren't quiet either. Well, naturally, that's something I've taken into consideration. I base everything I do here on my existing environment. In the past, as people have come and gone, so too have a variety of different stories. These, yes, they are also part of the production process. As you Masters of the Night Wind say, all has been understood and the future becomes the past. He is an interesting fellow. Aren't you afraid of losing stuff? You might be asking the wrong question there, friend. As soon as the idea of profiting from another's labour gets mentioned, even if we're talking about a morally upsetting individual, it's hard to prevent a bad seed from being planted. But no matter. Anyway, we're just talking about a few odds and ends and that the Molestone House sells on commission. Even if one or two items go missing, all I have to do is draw a couple of prayer talismans and I'll have my money back. That's one way of looking at it. Okay, I can use the alchemy table. I don't need to ask him about it. What do you sell on there? See these? And these? It's all here. So if anything's missing, it means we're out of stock. Okay, so he sells just generic food and shit. That's got nothing to do with what's on the back wall, but okay. Bye, sir. We have a path down here in the back. I refuse to talk to children. A cat. Owner, Frida's palette.
What sort of color is
This is lovely.
Rotten onion skin?
Is that actually a colour? Welcome. Given that most people here are unable to describe the exact colour they want, I suggest you bring some reference materials with you. Colour, you say? Of course, you're not in the wrong place, are you? We sell paints in the shop, not colourful drinks. They certainly look edible. If you bring me a sample, I can mix you a paint of the exact same colour. How modern of you. Or, to err on the side of caution, perhaps I should say, I can mix a colour that's 99% the same. Very interesting. What's your trick? Of course, it's down to talent. Just like how some people won't get lost, even when they're in a totally new place. I'm a natural when it comes to colour. As I see it, there's no such thing as ugly colours, just ugly combinations. Even the hue of rotten fruit will shine in the right context. True. Sadly, but true. Speaking of which, your eyes are a lovely colour. In fact, I'm going to try mixing it later, because that's not creepy or anything.